Good morning, everyone. It is Natalie here. I just wanted to hop on real quick. It's early in the morning. Uh, it's just a little after 7 a.m. I just put my son on the bus to go to school, and while I was out here, I decided to come to the backyard, check on my garden, and last night I had, for the first time, excuse me, I actually activated or dehydrated cocoa core. So I do have a few pictures, maybe a little video of when I first put the brick, because cocoa core, uh, it's the same texture and consistency as peat moss, but it's made out of coconut. And so basically, it comes in a pressed brick form, and you dehydrate it with water. And so this is my first time using my cocoa core. And so, I mean, it was getting dark last night. I put the brick in here. I added the water. It began to expand. It's a pressed brick. When you can add the water to it, it actually expands and it rehydrates. It turns back into this consistency here. Okay, so I was checking on it this morning to see it is completely uh, it's completely dry. Ooh, look at that. And there's no hard pieces. It's ready to go. So this is my first time using cocoa core. I have to actually say, when I buy the peat moss, I buy it in this huge package, and I mean, it fills this complete tote, and then there's also some left over in the bag. So I feel like the cocoa core, I may get more bang for my buck with the peat moss, the sphagnum peat moss, than I do with the cocoa core, because I just bought a little $10 package. It had, I think, 3 bricks in there. But I just wanted to give it a try. You know, some people prefer cocoa core. They prefer it to using peat moss. And I want to go ahead and give it a try. So, and also, I would just like to say, I'm sorry I'm not showing my face, but it's early in the morning, and I'm just not presentable right now. But I always, the name of my channel is Find Joy in the Journey. And that is truly something that I live by. I really do. I always have. Before I even came up with that term or statement, that's just the way I've always lived my life. And even as a younger person, I'm in my 50s now, my early 50s. I just turned 52 in February, at the end of February. But I remember even as a younger person, I've always not tried to ignore my situation or my circumstances and being joyful and joking around. But that is kind of how my family handles things. We joke, we laugh. You know, even in sad circumstances, somebody may crack a joke or whatever. And it's not that we're trying to ignore our situation. It's not that we're trying to ignore the fact that something may be going on that's not quite, the highlight of your life. It's just being able to find something to smile about, laugh about, or to reflect on that gives you a little peace. I just wanted to say that because I don't want you to think that I'm running around just smiling and laughing through pain. I'm not. My life is complicated. Being the mother of an autistic individual is very challenging. I have other situations in my life that are challenging. Everyone has something that they're going through. No one's life is perfect. I also say that this life is a journey. It is a journey. So that's why I came up with that. I mean, it's not something that I invented on my own or came up with it on my own. It's a term that people use, finding joy in the journey or whatever. But it's I just I just feel like there's always something to have hope, to hang your hopes on, something that can make you smile. One thing that you learn when you are a caregiver to someone who has special needs or disability or anything like that, and you are their main caregiver, you're making all the decisions, you're caring for them, um, watching over them, in charge of their life, basically, pretty much for the rest of their life. And that's just not the only thing that I'm dealing with in my life. There's other things too, but that is one of the main things because it's my son, he's my child, so yeah, I'm his main caregiver, and he does have a disability, and that is for his life. So as a caregiver, there's a thing called caregiver burnout, and there's ways to cope with caregiver burnout. You find things to do. You always have to take time for yourself, time to enjoy things for yourself, to rest and recuperate, so you can be a good caregiver, so you can go back in and jump back in there and care for your loved ones and make decisions. But you have to take care of yourself first. You have to make sure that you're strong, that you're healthy, that you're well rested, so you can be of service to others. And I'm not saying live a life of servitude. I say just live a life of gratitude. I'm thankful to God, and I don't want to get too religious or whatever, but I'm just thankful to God and grateful that He's given me strength in my body. He's given me a sound mind, where I can make decisions for my child. Strength in my body where I can care for him. And I even have issues. I have issues with my back. I have issues with my knees. That comes with growing older in life. I have these issues, but I'm still out here in my garden. I'm picking up huge sacks of soil, and I'm moving these heavy totes. And all this that you see, I did all of this myself. I'm out here on the ground and laying out these tarps and laying out the weed barrier, and I'm moving all these things, and I find joy in that. That's the whole purpose of the title. I'm finding joy in the journey, and this channel is not just about um, gardening. This is just one of the hobbies that I've picked up that I really enjoy. I love seeing, tending to these plants and vegetables and watching things grow. This is my first year actually really trying vegetables, and it's very satisfying to see something grow from a seed or a small seedling plant to watch it transform into something that you can actually consume and eat and be proud of. I love watching it grow, and it's just the manifestation of God's goodness and glory. I can eat something that I helped I helped raise from a seed. I can eat that, you know. So it's just I just wanted to make sure. I'm sorry I'm so long-winded, but I'm just reflecting today because I spoke with a family member a couple of days ago. She called me, one of my cousins. She called me to ask me about autism because she had just met someone who had a child with autism, and the child had many issues, and she didn't think that child was getting the services and the care that he needed. Not saying he was being neglected, it's just that she could tell that the mother was actually struggling. So she wanted to help, and she said, I know who to call. So she said, I'll call my cousin, and she's very familiar with that. And so she called me, and she asked could she give that person my number so they can contact me. And I haven't received a call yet, but when I do, I'm going to give them all the information I can concerning autism, and just so. And I was thankful and grateful for that she thought of me and thought enough of me to call. And so But also, while I was on the phone with her, of course, we reminisced about family and growing up together, and we just, you inform your family what's going on in your life, good, bad. And she told me that another cousin, she's really sick. So I ask that you be in prayer for my cousin. I'm not going to say her name, but just be in prayer for me and my family, because she is my cousin, her sister is going through a really, really great health challenge. And it's been on my mind and on my heart since I learned about it, because it's really something that's extremely it's extremely serious, and it's life changing, and it's also life threatening. So the problem that she's dealing with, it's a medical problem. So, and having said that, thinking about the challenge that she is going through and her family is going through, she became emotional while she was on the phone with me, speaking about her sister, and it just touched my heart. I tried to be encouraging, um, but so that's what made me think about. I'm going around saying find joy in the journey, but it's kind of hard to find joy sometimes when you're faced with an obstacle like that, something that where your life is on the line. So I'm not saying that you will not come up against things that seem like there is an that's scary. Let's just put it that way. It frightens you. Um, I'm not saying to just smile and fake it or whatever. It's not about being fake. It's just finding something that brings you peace and joy. So while you're going through the journey, whatever it may be, um, just find something that makes you happy, something that makes you smile and takes your mind off of what you're going through, something that eases the pain. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's life uh, is a breeze or it's easy. I'm simply stating to find something that makes you smile. That's why I began to, when she was telling me about her circumstances, like I always say, her circumstances or her situation, I began to speak to her about her mother who has passed, my aunt, my mom's sister. I began to reminisce about her mother and how strong my aunts are, my mom's sisters. And most of them have passed. It's just my mother left and one of her sisters, her baby sisters, out of I want to say 10 children that my grandmother had. Just two of her children are left, which is my mother and her sister. So, with my cousin on the phone, and she's telling me what she's going through, and she's near tears, I just begin to find some joy. And I begin to reminisce about her mom and how she was so welcoming every time we came to visit, and how she would come on out, and in that Mississippi accent, she said, "Hey there, y'all. Come on out, come on, get on out that car and carry yourself on in." She'd tell you to come inside, and she was so welcoming. And that was my fondest memory of my aunt. And she loved it. It cheered her up, I could tell. Um, and so it's like that, as simple as that. Just find joy in any circumstances and situation. I'm not saying it's going to solve your problems, but it makes life just a little bit easier. So, and it's healthy for you. It really is. Because if you dwell on the bad, it'll consume you. Okay? So laughter is medicine to the soul. And that joy, it helps. It helps with just your whole, your overall being and well-being, is to find something that makes you smile, makes you happy, something that you enjoy, that will take your mind off of your situation. So I think it really feel it activates something in the brain that helps you, that protects you. So having said that, and I am so sorry, but I just had to get it out because it's been in me, and hey, what's the use of having a platform and a channel that's called Find Joy in the Journey without being able to, to express your feelings about certain things. This is an important issue to me, and that's what this whole channel is about. Like I said, it's not always going to be about gardening. It's about my life, me just sharing a little bit of my life. And, in these 52 years that I've been here on this earth, I've learned a little something, and I don't mind sharing it if it can help someone. So, forgive me for this long video. I just wanted to get on here and actually really show you my cocoa core. Like I said, I apologize again for not showing my face, but it's early in the morning. I'm still in my pajamas. There's my cocoa core again. And I just wanted to speak my heart. So thank you for listening. I hope you held on and listened. I know sometimes if videos are too long, you don't watch all of it. I know that. I know that my shorts get more views than my videos because sometimes I can't be long-winded. Runs in the family. So, but thank you. If you're tuning into my channel, if you enjoy my videos, please hit subscribe, hit like, share the videos if possible. I know they're not perfect. It's just me having fun with my iPad and my iPhone, and I have a camera and I'll learn how to use it so I can make better videos. But right now it's just me finding joy in the journey. This is Natalie signing off. You guys have a beautiful